Hi, I'm Emily Ruskovich. I'm going to be reading to you from my novel, Idaho. I'm very sorry that I can't be there with you in person, but I'm 8 months pregnant and unable to fly, so I'm very grateful for this opportunity to be part of things from afar. I'm going to read you a very brief passage about a husband and wife, Anne and Wade. Wade has early onset Alzheimer's disease, and in the past he had a family, but he lost both of his daughters. His youngest was killed and his older daughter ran away after witnessing the murder. And so Anne, his new wife, is trying to figure out what's important for him to remember and what it's okay for him to forget. Anne, waiting for her piano student one winter afternoon, sings as she plays. The melody is simple, but she has improvised complications. It is the song that has been caught in her life all these years, the song whose simplicity carries with it endless questions, unspoken feelings. Wade is in his workshop, so he can't hear. He hasn't heard this song since their early courtship. Her fingers move swiftly without her across the piano, disconnected, freed. She can't think of a note, or else she will lose the music from her hands, the music that is not a memory any longer, but a feeling in her fingertips, a presence inside of her that can't be watched or else it disappears. She thinks of Wade. He has lost his daughters, but he has also lost the memory of losing them. But he has not lost the loss. Pain is as present in his body as his signature is in his hand. He can sign his name perfectly, but he can't print it. W, he tries, but the A is impossible without the cursive tilt, the remembered motion of the letter before. He knows his name, but he can't see, can't feel the separate parts, which are only possible from the inertia of his hand. He knows his grief too, but its source is also lost without its movement. It is a static thing, unrecognizable, disconnected. And so he confuses his grief for the want of something he doesn't know he's had before, a baby. He wants to know what it's like to hold his own in his arms. He wants to know what it's like to be a father. What it is like, not what it was. He believes he lacks the experience, as if he simply waited too long to want a child and hasn't wanted it hard enough. He blames himself. He blames her. Though neither one of them has mentioned it since that day on the river, at times she feels his blame, a coolness. A couple of times he has mentioned how nice it would be to have a boy, but their window of time is closing, and he seems to feel the weight of his life pressing down. When you love someone who has died and her death disappears because you can't remember it, what you are left with is merely the pain of something unrequited. Anne knows that in his stiller moments, he searches for the source of the pain. He looks for it in Anne. He looks for it in the mountain. Somewhere, love is not returned and it hurts him like heartbreak does. He holds Anne in his sleep, but it is not her he holds, but the phantom hope, the baby between them, never to be born, never to be lost or yearned for or forgotten and wanted again. Perhaps it would be less painful to remember his daughters than to believe he could have daughters but has waited too long to want them. Maybe it is better for him to know that he has held them before, that he is loved in the way he wants to love. Thank you so much.